Hi, everybody. This is Night Breeze with you again. I'm just getting ready here to start the next Let's Play, the Secret of the Silver Blades. It's game 3 of the pool series of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Gold Box games. I've went ahead and transferred my characters, from the Curse of the Azure Bonds. Now, I am going to show you something. I There is a possible glitch when you with the um yeah GOG version of these games, and I did get it. Now it's actually a beneficial glitch. If you get it, it's not something that's gonna wreck your game in the way of where you're, oh no, I just froze my game up, or I erased important things. No, what this is, um, and I'll show you. I'm a view character, and I'll show you with Grunal. If you recall, at the end of Curse of the Azure Bonds, Grunal was wearing a girdle of giant strength. Well, will be explained when we start this game up, you don't start with your equipment in this game. So everything I had in Curse is gone. But if you look, when I come on here, his strength is still 24. That's because this glitch, if you have something modifying your attributes at the end of the, and you don't you unequip it or get rid of that modification before you transfer the characters over, then it stays. So, like in this case, right now he's got a plus 12 to his damage because of strength. You know, it's not something that's going to break the game and cause it where you can't do anything. It's beneficial. Just some people don't like it. They want to start fresh or that. But so I thought I'd point that out. I have, let's see, Karen and Noreliath each have a +1 to their dexterity because of the gloves of dexterity they were wearing. So they have a 19 dexterity each. And then Halatar has a 19 constitution and a 17 charisma because of the girdle of dwarven kind that gave him a +1 bonus to con and a -1 penalty to charisma. Again, not a big thing. The odds of me using my wizard to be the party spokesman is almost unheard of. I usually use either my paladin or my cleric. That's just me. So, I just thought I'd point that out at the very beginning here. And now, we are going to go ahead and start the game. Okay. You have grown bored with peace and yearn for a new adventure. Suddenly, a dreamlike lassitude overcomes you. It feels as though you are floating high above the ground. A valley resolves itself below you. At its base is a small walled town. Higher up is a mine shaft surrounded by ruins. The top of the valley is filled with a shimmering glacier. Looking at the glacier, you feel a sense of disquiet. Peering closer, you note a castle embedded at its icy heart. You are sure that something waits there, something powerful and evil. Suddenly, you are rushing closer to the ruins. Below you appears an ancient well, surrounded by people. There is a flash, and you lie on the ground dazed. Faces gather around as you slip into unconsciousness. Greetings. I am glad to see you are awake. I am Priam, Mayor of New Verdigris, and your host. We are sorry for any inconveniences, but our needs are great. We called upon the Well of Knowledge to provide us with champions. You arrived, albeit dazed and bereft of equipment. He continues, and recorded in entry 37. Okay, for this one here, since I haven't got the save there to do the companion yet, I'll just read it from here. 37. Okay. The mayor's introduction. We are a small town of miners in desperate straits. 3 months ago, we opened a new shaft and monsters boiled forth. Perhaps this is a gateway to the abyss. In any case, we lost many comrades as the monsters have climbed up level after level of the mine. Now they are invading the nearby ruins. Soon they will reach New Verdigris. To add to our problems, something has captured the Well of Knowledge. The well imparts information, occasionally grants wishes, and controls the teleporter in my house. If you free the well, then you can use the teleporter to move through the ruins. Once the well is protected, you must descend into the mines and stop these horrors from emerging. Others have tried, but none have returned. You must save us before we are overwhelmed. We scraped together some equipment and money for you. Alas, this is all we have. Okay. So, if you look, it's some low level magical equipment here. You know, so just gonna move some stuff around, or scale mail there. Oh, also I forgot to mention, Briold also had, because of the strength spell that was cast on him, he has now got an 18,100 strength, despite him being a cleric. You know, which in a way is beneficial to me because otherwise I would have used the glove of ogre strength on him. So okay. Now, okay, so he's using a halberd +2 and plate 1. Armor class 0 now, attack of 3, and he's got, yeah, and trust me that they will improve very quickly. You may use my house as a base of operations. There is an armory and a mage who might provide you with more equipment. There is a bookish group of mages called the Black Circle who wander the area. Do not fear them. One even sells magic items in town. Keep to the map portion of the ruins. The streets are a maze to the unwary. In the northmost room of my house is a teleporter to the Well of Knowledge, which still works. It is the quickest way to reach the well. The chalked arrows in the ruins point roughly towards town. Okay, so you enter the home of an old man. He smiles when you enter and starts to spin a tale. What do you do? I'm gonna stay and listen. He talks much of the afternoon and you recorded his journal 12. Old Man's Tale of the Temple. 'Twas long ago that the old town was a thriving place. The mine was there then too. Folks was ruled by a fellow who worshipped Tyr. He thought the miners were deserving of Tyr's protection. Some of the folks round here say that the temple can still be found. Only those of stout heart should try, though. Things buried so long tend to harbor ghosts that don't like disturbing. He winds down and falls asleep. Now we're going to pay a couple visits to this old man as we go along. Now this is the vault. Um, there's a trick I might end up doing at some point with using this vault. You can duplicate your items, and the reason it's able to be done is the vault is saved separately from your saved game. So you could go in, deposit stuff, come out, not save, but restart your game, get it reloaded, and then go back in, and what you deposited will still be there. So, I mean, you're duplicating the items. Beginning, I don't worry about it so much. Though, I mean, here it would be a little handy right now. But later in the game, there's some items that are very beneficial that we may duplicate just to, you know, help us out. The Temple of God, of course, you got your healing. Well, I'll just show you here. The sign over this reads Residence of Marcus the Wizard. This is where you go to buy magic items. Right now, it is extremely expensive. We might, if I sell all 20 gems, we probably have enough for a couple sets of arrows, but that'd be about it. Sign over this door reads Verdigris Armory. Open my rather barren shop. Will the champions of Verdigris buy something? Yep. Okay. I'm going to praise the gems here. I mean, you look, it's ranging from 5 up to 250 right now, GP. So I mean, it's not, you're not going to get rich with gems. $424 platinum. So all told, we got what, 2,000, just under 2,100, I think, out of the 20 gems. And I've seen it be much less. Now, if you look in here, this is all non-magical. But we'll get a shield for him. Buy some, shield and a longbow, as well as a bunch more arrows. Okay. We have 30 plus ones, but okay, here, let's be sure, yeah. Grab some banded and a staff sling. Okay, so Noreliath needs arrows, a bow, and a sword. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to get him a broadsword right now. Now, if you'll notice in our... actually, I'm not sure if it's showing up here. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure you could see the screen. You have a cute yellow canary. Now, that does actually have a use in this game if you want to use them. I'll explain it more later, but I just wanted to point that one out because when I first played this game, and for quite a while after I'd first played it, I didn't understand what could possibly be the use of a cute yellow canary. But there really is. bunch of darts. Now I'm buying these, though I could use the Gobox Companion once I get to it to just give myself a larger amount. But right now I'm prepping. Okay. The monsters must tremble at your approach. Kill them all and send them back to the pit. You leave the building. Okay. Here, I'll just show you. Got the pub here. I can go in there, have a drink, tavern tales, whatnot. And then you have your training hall here. Okay, the other buildings, the one that I haven't shown you, really don't have anything. Welcome back. I hope your day has been successful. Rest yourself if you are weary. I don't know if you've ever been to Eulish, but if you have, you might remember me. He continues and recorded his journal entry 47. Not long ago, I served Hillsfar as a Red Plume. I was faithful, and they made me commander of the city of Eulish. We were locked in a fierce war to protect that city from the forces of Zental Keep. The war tired me, and I began to yearn for peace. What finally decided me was the cult of Moander. It used my city as a base to restore its dead god to life. Were it not for a band of blue-tattooed adventurers, the cult might have succeeded. I left as the Zentrum attacked again and wandered north. Here I found my leadership skills in need, so became mayor of this peaceful backwater. Now that peace is threatened. I hope you have the power to protect us. Okay, actually, I didn't ever look at this. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I have to rememorize all my spells, which is fine. Trying to think what all I have to face in here. Okay. Now, sleep spells pretty much not going to be worth my while anymore. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple things here real quick. Once this goes through, I have the speed set, where it defaulted where, you'll be able to read stuff, but it's like when you're memorizing a bunch of spells, you know, it slows it down quite a bit. Alrighty. I'm not going to quit to DOS, but I am real quick going to fix this so I can get everything working the way I want it. Okay. So now, and there we go. And I'm actually a little surprised. I figured the mages would be ready to go up a level, to be honest, but I guess I should have done a little more fighting. Okay. Now, real quick here, I'm just going to give you this. In the Adventures Journal, they don't show it on there in the internal entries, but at the beginning of it, it tells how the heroes arrive. It says the miners haul the chests of gems to the edge of the well. The iron banded boxes teeter a moment on the brink, then tumble over and break the glassy surface with a splash. The mayor steps forward, clad in worn armor, and raises his hand skyward, beseeching, "Great well of knowledge, I call upon you, bring us champions to defeat the evil that infests our mine." The sky grows dark, and the ground rumbles. The air is electric with eldritch power. With a crackle of light appear several figures, laying dazed and naked upon the ground. One of the miners moves cautiously to the nearest and shakes him, eliciting only an incoherent groan. He looks up at the mayor and asks, "You sure these folks are worthy our entire treasury? They don't seem too impressive to me. Maybe you should have asked for armor and swords and stuff too." The mayor frowns in concentration. "The ways of the well are mysterious. It has always been reliable, but not predictable. Our wish has summoned these heroes bereft of equipment or sense. We must take them back to town and give them whatever help we can. Only then can we hope for their aid." The dazed bodies are loaded into carts, and they begin weaving their way through a maze of collapsed buildings. Suddenly, streaks of fire light the overcast sky and shoot toward the well. Straggling miners rush up to the carts, yelling incoherently, "Flames from the sky! Creatures attacked and encircled the well! Teleporters shut down! Fritz is dead!" The carts bounce on more quickly until they pass through a gateway and pull up to a large house. The miners lift the still limp adventurers and take them inside. The mayor steps forward and states, "Now we wait. They must recover from the shock. We must trust that the well has provided what we need." Okay. It gives you a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of gives a little bit of ambiance to the, you know, situation. All right, so in that case, since we don't have to actually okay, there is as you saw, there is a area view, but I'm going to do as much as I can in this view. So, the room contains a simple archway that bursts into shimmering energy. Do you step through? Of course. You have entered the domain of the Well of Knowledge. You hear the clash of arms. Here we go. priests and thieves come pouring out of the alleyway to the north of you. "Death to the Black Circle!" they shout. You hear a shout behind you. Mages and soldiers come charging up from the south. "The well is ours!" they cry. What do you do? You have a couple options here, but due to the weakness of the party at the moment and everything, I'm going to duck. You watch as the implacable enemies crash into each other. The mages have defeated the priests. They turn and attack you. Now that is a little bit better off than what we would have had to fight, because whoever we fought, we would have had to fight the other group afterwards. There we go. Okay. The party has won. Each character receives 2,996 XP. The party has found treasure. Okay. But with the bracers there, I'm going to take his darts too. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take that one too, just to help us out here. Okay. Make sure. Okay, no money. A Bay Knight priest, delirious with pain, is crumpled against the wall. He babbles, "Our treasure is safe. The tomb cannot be found in the northern ruins. Too dangerous." Fanatic fervor grips his features. He continues to babble, and you recorded journal entry 22. Okay, 22. The Black Circle is trying to take our well. They seek the death of the Red Dragon who holds it in sacred trust. I was ambushed while trying to entice the young dragons from the well. They dragged me here to the Bay Knight cleric fades into death. Okay. Okay. And I'm coming back here for a purpose. A couple purposes, actually. Welcome back. I hope your day has been successful. Rest yourself if you are here weary. Let me tell you how all this happened. You listened and recorded in journal entry 5. We've had a number of dealings with the magic brotherhood known as the Black Circle. They have aided us in the past in return for gems. It was based on their divination that we extended our lower tunnels and uncovered the monsters. Marcus is the only member that lives in town, but he keeps to himself. The Black Circle say that they are studying ways to stop the monsters and will act only when sure of success. Okay. I said, I'm going to be coming to this house a couple of times. You enter the home of an old man. He smiles when you enter and starts to spin a tale. Stay and listen. Journal entry 12. Okay, same one as he told before. He gets up and rummages around in an ancient battered case or chest. He pulls out a brownish bone scroll. Sorry. He pulls out a brownish bone scroll case and blows a cloud of dust from it. He coughs a bit, then brings it over and hands it to you. Okay. Scroll of protect from dragon's breath. It says down, tells you the history of it. My uncle adventured along the shores of the Moon Sea. He was a warrior who ventured on many a great quest. He feared nothing that is, except dragons. Though he never met one, he was terrified by the possibility. This scroll was his insurance. When he died from a knife wound gotten in a bawdy house, he passed it on to me. Seeing as how I'm unlikely to survive a dragon with this scroll, I thought you might like it. He winds down and falls asleep. So there's one of the items that I was actually trying to work with for. Townsman, yeah, they're gonna. Well, here we go. Gonna equip what we picked up here. Whoops, let's go ahead and join that. An AC6 bracers. And I'll tell you something, those AC6 bracers are worth some good money by themselves. So now, both of my mages have Wands of Ice Storm. That's going to be beneficial in and of itself. Well, okay. So the shield +1 there, but a shield +2, very beneficial, obviously. Okay. Whoop. Alrighty. Oh, yeah, that's right. But we'll be changing that out anyways shortly. So we'll leave him with the shield there. Okay, so now we're going to deposit. So we just deposited all the money we had on him right now, and then so we will store items for you or trade for platinum. That trade for platinum, you can trade platinum in for gems. I think it's 1,000 platinum per gem. You're not going to make your money back that way, but there's other uses for the gems, as you'll see as we go. Welcome back. I hope your day's been successful. Town was even smaller a few years ago. Okay. Journal 21. Early days of the town. This whole valley used to be filled with a glacier. About 15 years ago, it melted back beyond the old mine shaft. Miners from throughout the Dragon Spines flocked here and formed the new town. The Black Circle helped them open the mine. A few years later, the miners began to extract the gems again. Until these monsters came, the town was doing quite well. The glacier kept going back too. In a few years, the entire valley will be open. Okay. Whoop. Okay, now I'm going to store the spells that we have right now, and we're going to save the game. And I'm going to alter the speed. I think I'm going to take it down to a 1. Okay, here we go. Small red dragons attack. Okay, 12,046. The party has found no treasure. So adult red dragons attack. Now, okay. Good. Went ahead and healed Grithia. See, in the early editions, first edition especially, dragons, their breath weapon did just as much as they had hit points remaining. So if you have a 100 hit point dragon, he's going to do 100 points of damage. So you can get some, well, it's just totals. You have reached the well of knowledge. With its body circling the well, an ancient red dragon casts a baleful eye on the party. Puny creatures, he growls, you have defeated my blood brood, but you will not take this well from me. It has more gems in one place than anywhere else in the world, and it's mine. The tremendous form attacks. Okay, got 9,301 XP and some treasure. I know this is all magical. Give him the potion. Give her the bracers, and give Noreliath the composite longbow. Okay, now, whoops. If you look, there's 100 gems there. So, okay. The tremendous reptile lies dead at your feet. The well is open to you. There's a great flash of light, and you hear distant screams from all over the well area. The well places the knowledge in your mind that you will now be safe anywhere in the well area. The well implies that it knows about your mission and explains how it can help you. You take the information and record it as journal entry 25. The miner's plight masks a more serious threat. Should the Black Circle succeed in its plans, the entire realms will feel the result. The mages seek the awakening of the Dreadlord, an evil of incalculable power. He sleeps within his castle, trapped within the glacier. The circle has reached the dungeons and are melting their way upward. The monsters trapped in the dungeons are being released and allowed to harry the miners. My powers are subject to laws you cannot understand. I am privy to information only at certain times and only when you sacrifice gems. Still, seek me out when you have questions. My powers are at your disposal. My teleporters are paired. Each teleporter that rings me has a brother somewhere in the valley. Until you visit both gates, you may not use that pair. To my northwest is the gate which connects to the new town. My power fades. Return to me with gems when you have questions. The well requests gems. Do you give it some? Yep. There is an object which you must have in order to complete your quest. The well explains, and you record it as journal entry 19. Know now of the amulet of Eldamar, stolen long ago. It was taken by a wily thief who held it but for a day. As he dreamed of wealth, he fell victim to a red dragon, kin to the one you slew to free me. The amulet now adorns the dragon's hoard, which lies in the southwestern corner of the city. The map starts at the center of the new town. Follow the path. A parchment scroll rises up from the pool. You see that it contains a map that shows the location of the dragon's hoard. You take the map and record as journal entry 1. Again, unfortunately, maps don't show up when I do the journal entries on here. I'm not sure why, but it just doesn't. So, there is another smaller red dragon that guards another treasure in the northern area of the ruins. I do not know specifically where he is. Well, request some gems. Do you give it some? I would, but we have no more to give him. It's 100 gems per use. A powerful force pushes you out of the well area. So now, anywhere in this map area we can rest. A portal rises before you. Do you step into it? Yep. Okay. We'll start here again. So it's another tale. Journal 51. Old Man's Tale of the Government House. Once heard tell about the impressiveness of the old town. There was a great castle at the head of the valley. Then south of the mine was the old government house. It was a large place, richly decorated, where affairs of state were conducted. It was built stoutly, so it should still be standing. Good loot, no doubt, if you can stand the ghosts of clerks and bean counters. Okay. Okay, a potion of speed. Okay. Bracers AC4. It's kind of what I thought they'd be. I couldn't remember for certain. But, so I'm going to check something. Whoop. I didn't check. His AC right now is 3. 2. Okay. So yeah. And what's cool there is, it'll work with the shield. So I mean, but, ah. Okay. Hmm. I'll show you the magic shop here. A fighter answers the door. Marcus is involved and cannot be disturbed. Might I interest you in trinkets? Yes. Yeah, if you look now, one Dardo Hornet's Nest is 30,000 gold. A clerical scroll of 3 spells is 12,000, as well as a mage scroll with 3 spells. 6 arrows is 200 gold, and then the wand of magic missiles is 26,464. So I'm going to buy some arrows though. I'm up to the right person. Yep. Make sure he's got a bow I'm using. Yep. Okay. If there's nothing else, then I will bid you good day. What do you do? I'm going to leave for now, but we'll come back later. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop this video here. So, hope to catch you next time. We'll hopefully get out, maybe go grab the Amulet of Eldamar. So, have a great day, everybody. I'll see you soon.